While looking for parts for our car, Dad found him a car up north. They also have a tarmac track. Okay guys, this is heat 1. Me and Dad messed up and we left the rally tires on our car in this heat, so good thing is I started in the back and I get to learn the track. I could tell by this first curve that these boys don't play around. I don't have the cash to be spending on my car to be messing it up, so I hang out in the back for this first lap. My first real good move is this corner right here. That one car spins out, which puts me in 19th place coming out of that curve. It's a real big scuffle here in this hairpin. One car got wily and just door slams the tar out of me. I move him out of the way. He's not happy about it. This puts me in 16th place. At the start finish line, I'm trying to make a move on 15th and 14th, and it goes south. I was so busy looking at 14th and trying to get around him that I didn't notice that one car sitting in the middle of the road. After that quick shot from 16th place there, I'm holding 15th going into lap 2, holding 15th. The rally tires I have on the car are not helping me in these corners at all. You can hear them squealing. So while I'm racing, Dad went out to look for some standard tires to put on the car, and he's taking a little bit of our cash that we were going to buy his car with to get them. Trying to make a move on 14th place here. He tries to hold me down on the curve. We get into a little scuffle, beating and banging. I finally overtake him. I'm in 14th. My car's really good going over the start-finish line. I overtake 13th place pretty easy down this straightaway going into the first curve. Lap 3, I'm in 13th place. Alright, coming into the hairpin, I make a great move on 12th. He gets a good hit on me, and it's a drag race for that position. Beating and banging all the way down the track. Going into the front stretch, there's a big wreck. I go way to the right to miss it, take out one of the supports under the bridge, and it's a drag race for lap 4 all the way to the first curve. In the first curve, they hit me a few times there. I hold my ground with those two smaller cars, and it puts me in 11th place going into the 4th lap. You can see the sun glaring off that cracked windshield that I got going on. It makes it really hard to see going around the track, especially when the sun hits it just right. The glass that they put in these cars are shatter glass. It shatters just like real glass, so you can have the effects of real glass, but if it gets too dangerous, they usually just fall out of the car. They don't cause no tire cuts or anything like that, and they're cheap. Get a little too confident in the hairpin and rub the tire wall just a little there. Slowed me down. There's another battle going down the front stretch again. I get around both of them really easy and come into lap 5. I'm in 9th place. I dive bomb it hard into the hairpin here. That sends me close to the wall out in the grass, which gets this guy caught up with me. I power through it and get ahead of him coming into the front stretch. He doesn't like the move that I did to him, so he gives me a little shot in the back. Going down the front stretch, coming to lap 6, I'm in 8th place. Okay, going into lap 7, I'm still holding 8th place. I get the call from Dad here that he has the standard tires, so when we do the second heat, which is this track in reverse, of course, later today, we're going to put the standard tires on there and see what we can do. He also picked up a few parts that I was telling him about while going down the road, like a windshield and fenders and stuff like that. Now, when I say call, I mean on the radio. I have a headset in the car with me, so me and Dad can stay in communications, and I can tell him what parts we're going to need, what to get off the truck, and what we're going to have to fix before the next heat. When I come out of the hairpin, you'll notice that 7th position is off track. I'm not going to point him out to you, but I pick up 7th going into the straightaway here. I never noticed it until I crossed the start-finish line going on to 8th lap, and Dad's like, "You're in 7th position." Never seen the car. You might have to rewind it and actually see it. At the start of lap 9, I'm still holding 7th position pretty good. We've got 8th place, 150 yards back, 6th place at 100 yards ahead of me. I'll do everything I can on this lap to catch 6th place. We lost the trackside video feed, so luckily the GoPro attached to my helmet was still going for the last 2 laps of the race. So I went ahead and added that in here so you could at least see the last 2 laps of the race.
Alright, Joe. I found the tires. They're not the best in the world, but they're good enough to get us through the next heat. Got you a windshield and a front fender. They're used, but I believe they'll do us. In the back quarter, I believe we can beat it out and tie up that back bumper a little bit. That should get you through the next heat.
Alright, Dad, thank you. Good job on finding the parts.
Alright, Joe. He's still 50 yards ahead of you. The last lap. To the right here.
Copy that. As you can see, going into lap 10, I'm starting to catch 6th place. I'm still holding 7th, if you look up there in the corner out of the 24 cars. But I'm starting to catch him. Going into the hairpin, I do everything I can to get around him. My car just don't have the power coming out like his does. We get up here to the final curve, and I hit the brakes a little. I could have maybe rammed him and took it, but no, I don't race that way all the time. Gonna finish this race in 7th place. Okay, going into heat 2, same track later that day in reverse. Me and Dad did everything we could to get the car ready. He did find some real good used racing tires, so now we ain't on them rally tires anymore. We're on real stock racing tires. When the sun starts setting, these boys get a little more anxious. There's beating and banging in this curve, and it lasts for quite a while. I pull out of that mess, and I'm in 15th going into the next curve. Since these boys were so rough on me in the first heat, I don't let nothing back. I'm going to take any position that I can, and that move right there just gave me 14th. 13th has a bumper drag, and I try to sneak in there going under the bridge. That spins him out. We've already got a car off the track there too. Getting around both of them puts me in 11th. Big fight under the bridge there. I get around all them with no injuries, no anything like that. Going into lap 2, I'm fighting for 5th place with that car right there in front of me there. And start of lap 2, I'm in 5th place. I get around him on the straight stretch. At the start of lap 3, that's 4th place in front of me that I'm trying to make the move on. Let's see if I can accomplish that. He gets off the track, slows him down enough that I actually take 4th position. So now I'm in 4th position. Right here, 5th is gassing it all he can. He gets around me, but he's going so fast that he can't handle the curve. He ends up hitting in the wall and then coming back and hitting 6th place, and they're back there fighting. At the start of lap 4, he's trying again. Once again, he can't handle the curve and ends up into the wall. Starting lap 4, I'm holding 4th position. I enter this next corner a little hot. That slows me down just a little bit, gets me off track. So that brings 5th place up to me pretty quick. Going up into the bridge area, he gets a good swipe on me. Transmission acts a little funny going into it, so he took 4th place, and now I am in 5th, trying to battle him back. I don't know if my engine's down a cylinder or what's going on here, but he just walked off and left me there at the start. Still in 5th place, starting lap 5. Can't really see it here, but 4th place had so much trouble controlling his car that he hit the pillars under that bridge there, which put him out of commission. And that is 23rd place right there. He is off the track, so 23rd ended up wrecking his car out. Starting lap 6th, I'm in 4th position. Doesn't look like anybody's near me. 5th place is over 200 yards behind me. 3rd place is over 250 in front of me. Going into that first curve, you might have noticed a car on fire, so that puts 2 cars out of the race here. I get a little loose in that corner, that slows me down just a little. Still holding 4th. That there's 3rd place. Looks like he had a little trouble under the bridge there. Hit his car. Slowed him down a whole lot. I try to use the broke down car to my advantage to get ahead of him. So going into lap 7, I am holding 3rd place now, going into lap 7. Going into the hairpin, he just drives straight into me. I don't know what I did to him that he didn't like, but we end up bent metal and everything in that corner. I power through. I make it pretty good, so still holding on to 3rd place right here. Try to cut this corner right here, which gets me a little loose, throws me off the track, slows me down a whole lot, brings 4th place back up to me, trying to go across the start finish line. Starting of lap 8, I battle him in this first corner. He ends up door slamming me. It spins him out. So starting lap 8, I'm in 3rd position still. Coming to lap 9, those are lap cars that I'm catching up with. A lot of them are smoking. Everybody's starting to get a little more desperate. Start of lap 9, I'm in 3rd position still. Once again, we lose the trackside camera on lap 9, so we go back to my GoPro for the last few laps. Do a little curb hop right here, throws me off into the grass again, slows me down a little bit going into lap 10. But going into lap 10, I'm still holding third place.
Joey still holding third good. Second place is 260 yards in front of you. Remember, third's better than Rickon. But drive good, drive smart, and keep on coming.
Copy that. Misjudge it real heavy right here, end up hitting the wall, doing a little bit of damage to my car. Hopefully Dad's not too mad and we can beat those dents out. Going into the home stretch, I didn't want to hit him. It's a lap car, and I didn't want any trouble with him. And he gives me a little bump right here at the end. A little more dents that I got to beat out, but I finished third. Okay, to recap, Heat 1 we finished 7th, Heat 2 we finished 3rd, just like last race. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Totheads, stay crunchy.